SBGB TV live call-in show.
DEEZY, this is Alex Alonso calling from Los Angeles.
What's
How's it
going
going?
on, brother?
I just thought I would tap in with you and give you an update on the no jumper beating.
Yes, sir. Let's go.
Okay, I was in court on the 14th of May, which was a prelim hearing for Alfred Walker, and he came to court. He was there with his attorney. Of course, I don't know if people know, he's not in custody. He was given an OR by the judge. He had a bail hearing, I believe that was either May 4th or May 6th. So he's not in custody. So he showed up in street clothes and was on time. And they set a preliminary hearing date for July, I believe it's July 7th will be the preliminary hearing date.
Okay, now if he ain't in custody, he done made a statement already.
Well, that's the conventional thinking, but there's also a law in California that passed in 2023 that increases the number of ORs that the courts are allowed to give. So you could be completely right, DZ, but I also want the people to know that ORs are administered completely different in the state of California since 2023. So I don't know what could be the case with that.
Okay.
But let me just add this. For a violent offense, which Alfred Walker is being charged with, it is surprising to get an OR. But for non-violent offenses like simple gun possession, simple drug possession, I'm not surprised to see ORs on that case. But it was a little surprising to see that he got an OR with a violent offense.
Yeah, definitely the way that happened. It was a robbery with it, pistol whipping, stripping, and then you just get an OR and it's on video.
Yeah, with a $1.1 million bail. I will say that's the highest bail amount that I've ever seen in the last 3 years since ORs have went up. That's the highest bail amount I've ever seen someone get an OR on.
Yeah, that's different right there. And for him to, get the OR after, Gigi was saying that the prosecutor's saying they're not giving a plea on this. They're not bending on this case. They're not giving no deal. And they give him an OR. That is strange.
Well, they did add electronic monitoring to the OR, which is usually when you get an OR, your own recognizance, they let you go. Okay. So they did give him the monitoring. So, I don't know. I'll try to get some more information on the OR when I go back to court in July.
Okay, when is the court date in July?
That's going to be the preliminary hearing where the prosecutor is only going to show a little bit of the evidence just so that the judge can bound it over to trial. It's a formality. Very rarely does a judge say, oh, there's not enough here, I'm going to dismiss the case.
He's probably going to waive that preliminary hearing.
I don't know. The judge, his attorney did ask that, told the court that she didn't have all the discovery, and the prosecutor, I'm assuming, is going to give her all the discovery and plenty of time to prepare for the preliminary hearing.
Okay.
So I'm expecting for that preliminary hearing to happen in July, since that's what they talked about on May 14th in court.
Got you. Okay.
And let me just add that Jermaine Williams was not present. Nobody else from that parking lot was present. Alfred Walker was the only defendant present.
So does Gizzy and Gloss have warrants for this or not yet?
I don't know how truthful that is. I heard Cashless Jones make that claim, and sometimes he does have the correct information, but I'm reluctant to believe anything that comes out that guy's mouth.
And I agree with you.
So I'll find out on July 7th if those guys are even being sought after by Burbank PD.
Okay. Yeah, definitely keep us updated with that one.
For sure, man. Any last questions before I let you go?
Oh man, that's it. We're gonna react to the video that you put out the other day in a few, but appreciate you calling in and letting us know. And if it's anything you want to let us know, man, call us anytime.
For sure, DZ, man. You have a good show and a good night.
I appreciate you calling in, bro. You too.
All right.
Smash that like button and hit that subscribe button. Shout out to Alex Alonso. Yeah. We know Wack definitely do a lot of lying.
They just got my husband, you guys.
Y'all see these guys out here? These are Wack's peoples. Y'all see this, right? Y'all see how the feds is dressed? These are Wack's peoples. Straight up. Yeah. Everybody gets ran down on except Wack. Look at how these guys out there dressed, man. Regular clothes. It's what the feds look like. Your motherfuckers got baseball caps. They got jewelry on. Regular shit. And under their shirt, they hoodie, they got a badge. You know, Wicked 100 runs around with his badge in his back pocket. You know what I'm saying? His badge is in his back pocket. Yeah, he can't rock around with his shit under his shirt because he's around too many niggas. You know what I'm saying? His shit's in his back pocket. But these is Wack's folks. Wack knew this was about to go down. Smash that like button and hit that subscribe button.
I love you, baby. I love you.
At some point, perhaps that beating will go as a Fed case. You know, there's all kind of federal offenses that occurred there with the guns. There's conspiracy. So I figured, okay, it's going Fed with Tremaine's case. But they arrested Alfred Walker on April 1st of 2026. So, you know, sometimes the justice system moves at the pace it wants to move at. I'm shocked that they would wait till April of 2026 to make their first arrest, because what was seen in that parking lot was horrific.
Watch out, son. Let me go. Shut up, nigga. Shut up. Go sleep, nigga. Go sleep, nigga. Go sleep. Take off, nigga, everything. Right now, nigga.
Now, there's is seen in the video committing various acts, and so is DEEZY from Vegas. These are all IBM dudes. DEEZY from Vegas, that's Robert Marshall. He's on the video committing various acts. But there's all kind of stuff going on in this video when they were beating these two men up. If you remember, this beating came up in Big U's RICO case.
Y'all see Wack in the back with the bull DEEZY throwing up his sign, right? Yeah, listen. Them people got to do what they got to do to fit in, man. Whack in the back like this. Whole time, that nigga lining them up. They don't know what's going on. See, a lot of people don't understand this shit. You know, a lot of people be out there running around, don't understand this shit. Whole time, Whack working on a case. Yeah, he got a case he working on. Straight up. The Rolling 60 RICO indictment with Big U, Loose Cannon. Whack took them bulls down. Straight up. Whack took them bulls down, man. Yeah. Without a care in the world. Get him up out of here. Get him up out of here.
They broke it down. They even mentioned a watch that was stolen, a watch that was taken from Jay Reed. And how did that watch end up on the next episode of the Adam and Wax show?
Now, I did the best I can. I put out an APB. I said, who got the watch?
Whose watch is that?
I guess this is dude watch. It's a fake Michael Kors.
I was gonna say that's a $20 watch in Santee Alley.
It's fake Michael Kors. It ain't
How you
real.
gonna have a fake Michael Kors?
It don't even look at it. Don't
real
even,
Michael Kors.
It don't
is
even
bougie.
say the S. It just say Kors.
Yeah, it's kind of, yeah.
Are you serious?
Michael Hardcore.
Oh my god.
So look, bro. Listen. Bro. Listen. You come get your shit or whatever.
I feel like this is not analogous with the other stuff that you're saying. You're saying that the way that you and Luce, et cetera, responded was entirely defensive, but then you're also on here showing off his watch.
No, I'm saying I put out an APB to find it.
Well, if you notice right here, you can see an individual picking up that watch. You can see the glare on the front of that watch. Well, that's Baby Cuban Rob. And he picked up the watch. And you can go on the Facebook page and see him in no jumper jackets on the same day of the beating. This is Edward Gonzalez, Baby Cuban Rob. Also, I was not the first person to identify Alfred Walker as the person in the video doing the beating. The person that actually identified him first online was DEEZY from SBGB TV. He was in communication with Gigi. Gigi is the estranged wife of Tremaine Williams, and she gladly gave that information to SBGB TV. And DEEZY put that out there months ago.
And this is what Ross Loose Cannon was doing for months. They did what they did, and they was blocking this shit out. Now, we ain't worried about that. Ain't nothing gonna happen to us. Now, they facing the music, and it's different right now. It ain't the same. And I told y'all that them people was coming. Straight up. I sat there and listen. Y'all ain't gotta listen to me, but I want y'all to listen. Them people know everybody that was out there. Trust and believe, when they went and seen Adam, they got the information for the video to have the raw footage. Adam ain't telling y'all, right? But they went and got that raw footage because they want to know everybody that was out there. The videos that put out there only showing certain angles. They want to know the detail. You hear me? They want to know if Wack was sending a message to the people in the back as well. They want to know all the details. Straight up. Wack brought the watch back to no jumper now. He brought the watch back. He said it. I put an APB out on the watch. Huh? You made sure that you identified that those people were robbed. Now that's Wack 100 now. You made sure, Wack, even if Gross and Loose Cannon and the other boy out there, think his last name is Walker. I gotta remember his last name again on the top of my head. Even him, he knows that it was a robbery out there, right? Y'all just identified it by letting Wack go ahead and bring the shit back. Wack no. See, Wack do shit, right? and then act like I ain't got no parts of it. You know damn well by you bringing that watch back up there, Wack, that was identifying the robbery. Straight up. Even if y'all wanted to try to fight it, there it go. Is it Albert? There it go. There it go. Even though if y'all wanted to identify and say, we didn't rob nobody, Wack 100 made sure he locked it in that it was a robbery. Huh?
So I don't know why this guy Cash Jones is running around town saying that I dropped his name.
At least you ain't like Munchie running around working with a DA. Alex Alonso, you know what I'm saying? You know, we've been keeping up with the work. Do you know the original document, we got the shit, said, the victim said they only knew 2 people in the whole group.
What group?
The No Jumper shit. Jay Reed said this. He only knew 2 people, right?
The whole group, who probably you and Luce. Right?
That's all he said.
Like knew of from.
Since then, Alex Alonso every 2 months is screaming out everybody's name.
If I did, I wouldn't care if I did. I want to bring.
You gotta understand this, right? Wack is them people. Yeah, Wack is them people. So all the shit he does is deflect from his source of work. You know, he wants to still be able to get information, get the intel, you know, be in those, you know, rooms where he can know what's going on. So that's why he continues to deflect from who he is. But he's them people. Yeah. He know I know. Yeah. He know I know. And, you know, y'all know I said it directly to him on the phone. You're them people. You're working with them people, nigga. Yeah. Smash that like button and hit that subscribe button. If you haven't already, stream, download it. She Ain't Gotta by DEEZY. Go stream and download She Ain't Gotta by DEEZY on all platforms. You know, I appreciate all of y'all that be rocking with the channel. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Yeah. Pay attention, man. Keep your eyes open, man. Everybody ain't your homie. Everybody ain't your friend. A lot of people jealous of you. You already know what it is. It's not about the setback. It's about the get back. Nah.
Came out the mud, now we map out the star. Hands on the wheel, got my life in the car. Up and down roads, they said ain't for me. Now I run routes like a wide body Jeep. Selling work out the trunk, I was freezing at lights. Eating chips for dinner, counting quarters at night. Now it's bags in the back, got them strapped to the seats. Every mile one prayer, one now police. State line after state line, I was chasing a shot at mile marker, felt like a kicking clock. Hit a rest stop shower just to rinse off the pain. Then I double that flip, did it all again. Highway to the middle, I bled for it. Turn that stress into stone, then I built with it. From a stash in the door to a safe